Your foot is in constant pain no matter what you might be doing, whether it's traveling, walking, or just standing still. Whenever you move, whenever you use your feet, you just have a problem. If that's the case for you, then you're watching the right video. We're going to show you 2 exercises that have proven effective for over 30 years because I've been dealing with foot pain for that long. Pain of all kinds. With these 2 exercises, you'll have a good chance of feeling better because they target the root causes of most foot pain, which are muscles and fascia. Being too tense and too short. Let's start with the first exercise. You just sit and please. There should be a carpet under your feet, and if you have a hard floor, then maybe place a pillow underneath, because now you're turning to the left so that the right leg comes forward. If you happen to have the issue on the other side, simply turn to the right. So then you try to place your foot exactly like Ina does, and then you can ensure with a very gentle and slightly nuanced pressure from your leg that the toes bend just a bit and that the foot is smoothly yet gently pressed downwards. And it usually pulls on the top side of the foot here. You can adjust it really effectively and quite well. You hold on securely and gently push your foot down with your knee and the power of your leg so that what you experience as a stretch on the top of your foot is just about comfortably bearable. It should be a tension, a strong tension, a feel-good tension. Now we patiently wait for the muscles and tendons in this area to slowly relax and fully release their tension. Because if they are shortened and too inflexible and too tightly strained, many foot problems can arise. Most of the time, that's where these issues stem from. And then after some time passes, you start to notice, oh, now you can actually press your foot down a little bit more. If you manage to reach that point, you could also proceed to gently press a little more firmly against the heel. Doesn't necessarily have to be. And now we are halfway there. Whenever you realize that the tension on the top of your foot is decreasing, press against it a bit more firmly, maybe by using your hand so that the stretch intensifies. Make sure that the knee is aligned in such a way that you continually feel an even distribution of tension across every single one of your toes. And now we're almost done. Just hang in there for another 15 seconds. And perhaps try to increase it a bit more. And then slowly come back and just sit down in a normal position again. Now let's begin the second exercise from the same starting position. Sit comfortably on the sofa and then turn to the left when dealing with the right foot, and then to the right when focusing on the left foot. Okay, now it's time to move your foot back sufficiently far so that when you apply a bit of pressure with your leg, you can distinctly feel the tension here and also notice the tension in your toes. If you move too deep with your knee at this point, the toes become more engaged, but you're really missing out on the stretch in the upper area here. If you remain too high and maintain that position, the stretch you get in the ankle area becomes noticeably too weak. Give this angle a try now. Experiment which is the best stretching angle for you. Simply slide a little bit more forward and a little bit backward and give it a try. When you then notice a pulling sensation, a little bit in the Achilles tendon, somewhat in the ankle joint, a little on the sole of the foot, and in the toes, then you're positioned exactly right. And then you have reached exactly the source of your foot problems. There's a shortening somewhere that becomes immediately noticeable. And then you simply wait patiently and might even use your hand to provide a bit more support by gently applying some pressure, either by pressing a little on the knee or perhaps slightly on the calf for some added comfort and relief. Just try to get a feel when you can best trigger the stretch and in which position. Do you feel it yourself? Where does it hurt the most? And once you have found it, we'll just remain in the stretch, allowing time to gently work its magic. Because when the muscles and fascia are being stretched, they naturally begin to give way, becoming increasingly flexible over time and simply start gaining additional length. And then the foot problems get usually better. Also, breathe nice and relaxed in this situation. If you come to realize that it's becoming insufficient, apply a bit more strength so you can push a bit further into that stretch. There's always chance to go further in. It's quite possible that you'll notice in between, oh, now I'm going a little more. forward so that your toes are a bit further or slightly back. This truly depends on how it personally feels to you. Always remember the basic rule. Wherever you feel it the most, that's where the body wants to stretch the most. Now stand up and take a few steps. It might feel a lot better already, and that should motivate you to do these exercises every day. Do them every day, save the video so you can easily find it, and have fun.